Good day to you all. This is Larry. Today I'm going to create a single master Kubernetes cluster based on version 1.16.2 with container D 1.3.0 as the CRI instead of Docker. I'll use Flannel as the CNI plugin. This guide is based on an article on my blog which you can follow. All links has been provided in the description below. I've already set up example VM machines in Google Cloud. As you see, I've tested with Debian 9 and Ubuntu 18, but you can also use CentOS 7 and Red Hat 7 and upwards. I haven't tested it on 8, CentOS 8 or Red Hat 8. You can create VMs even in VirtualBox locally to follow this guide. Make sure you give the master node at least 2 gigabytes of RAM and 2 virtual CPUs. Kubeadm will check before initialization if the master node has enough memory and CPU. I've already logged into my machines. This is master 1 and worker 01 and worker 02. So we'll have a total of 3 machines in the cluster. Um, this is a single master cluster. I've also synchronized. I'm going to synchronize the commands that I'm going to type because they're the same. And I think in the future I'll do an Ansible version of the same guide to make it quicker. So let's start by disabling the swap and install our cluster. Okay, let's check and disable if there's any swap entries in etc fs tab. Then we can add it in place and delete it. Okay, this won't apply on the file D, won't apply on Debian and Ubuntu, but it will apply on CentOS 7 and Red Hat. Also the set and force commands, but we'll add the enable IP tables to receive bridged traffic. So edit and create a file. Okay, then we load the configuration. Okay, it's loaded. Now we're going to install container D using a release turbo for version 1.3. Let's just create a few prerequisites for container D. It requires a few modules. Okay, let's install updates and install container D. So sudo update. Container D requires libsecomp toolsets. Let's install that. Okay, it's already installed. Let's get the container D 1.3.0 binary, the zipped. Let's install it via, we unzip it into the right location. Then we enable it and start container D. Okay. Let's create container D configuration, and then let's switch to root and create container D config. We can get out of root and we restart the daemon and restart container D. Okay, now we're going to install the Kubeadm, the kubelet, and the kubectl. So let's start by updating the system again and install a few softwares. Add the key. Oh, okay. Add the key. And add the repository. Let me exit in from root. Okay. Now let's install Kubeadm, kubelet, and kubectl on all the machines. So it's going to install version 1.16.2 of the tools, like you see here. And then we're going to enable kubelet. Sudo system ktl enable new kubelet. I'm sure it's running already. Restart it. Okay. You've already installed, you've already restarted it. Alright, let's configure the cgroup driver used by kubelet on the control node. And we're going to create a file and put the configuration. Right and quit on the file and reload the kubelet. Right. Now we're going to disable the synchronization, and we're going to only work on the master node now because we're about to initialize the cluster now. So I'm going to initialize the cluster with the pod cider network for Flannel, that IP 10.244.0.0/16. It's going to pull some images, so let's wait for it. It's not supposed to take long, otherwise I'll have to pause the video. Okay, there it go. Yeah, it's already complete. So you can see, to start using your cluster, you need to run uh, the following as a regular user. I'm already a regular user, so let me create uh, this folder and copy the Kubernetes config into my folder so that I'll be able to check the cluster. There, the master node is there, it's already installed. So I'll use the same command that was generated by the master node to join the worker nodes. This command. So we're here now, we need to join the worker nodes. So we go on one of the worker nodes and we paste the command. Then it starts bootstrapping. It's already showing that the first worker node has already joined the cluster. The second one has also already joined the cluster. So we can run the get nodes again. We can see all our nodes are now showing on the master okay. So now let's install Flannel, our pod networking, so that when you query the node, the status will change to ready. It's showing not ready because there's no networking on the pods. So on the nodes, sorry. Let's the pods have been created. So if you run again, it will show now that it's creating and it will be ready now. Yeah. Yes, we can see now that it's ready. Our cluster is ready with 3 nodes. Okay, now we have to test the cluster to see if some of the tools that we expect to install us. Since we installed container D, it will come with Krikato. Let's see if it's yeah, it's there, and it can show the running daemon for container D. Now let's do a show pods. There we can see a couple of pods that are running, and we can also check images that have been downloaded, but there we have them, and the versions also, you can see them. We can list a list of containers also that are running. Sudo there is a list of containers that are running. We can also use the kubectl command to check. It's showing. We can get let's, let's get our output wide. There are containers that are running. We can create an example deployment to see if everything is working. Kubectl create deployment nginx dash image. Okay, version 1.10.0 is created. Let's expose the deployment. Let's get the services. There are nginx is showing. You can even scale the deployment. Scale deploy replicas. Let's give it 10. It's been scaled. Kubectl get upholds and widened. You can see it's creating the pods. So mostly this is our cluster. I will do some lessons in the future to install Prometheus, Grafana, and everything, and improve the cluster. But this is I just wanted to show you how you can install Kubernetes 1.16 with containerd, not with Docker. We can improve on it on the future. If you have any questions, you can contact me on my blog, or you can comment on this video. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.